Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. Dr. Shook here, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that's very important. You know, we talk a lot about foods that you can react to and all these different things that can drive inflammation and promote autoimmunity, especially things that can promote autoimmunity and thyroid autoimmunity. That's one of the things that we talk a lot about. And so it's nothing new for you to hear about gluten. Shouldn't be. But if it is, no worries. But we know that gluten, there are connections, there's lots of research, strong research connections and absolutely clinical observations that gluten is not good for people with thyroid autoimmunity, okay? And in general, it may be bad for a lot of other reasons. So we just find that it's a commonly irritating and inflammatory food, right? So this is something, though, that's probably new to you, okay? So there's a lot more to gluten than just the gluten portion of wheat, because we're really talking about wheat and how you can react to the different components of wheat, gluten being one of those. So very interestingly, new research has shown these things called ATIs in wheat, and they're amylasetrypsin inhibitors. It's a big mouthful. All you need to know is that these are non-gluten proteins found in wheat. It makes up about 4% of the proteins in wheat, and it can cause very powerful immune reactions, okay? Not good, obviously. So we know about things like lectins, and you might be familiar with lectins and agglutinins and some of these other compounds that you can react to. And that there are low lectin diets and a lot of different types of diets out there that are focused on removing your exposure to these different types of proteins. Well, these ATIs, you might see in the future that you have ATI-free diets or low ATI diets, because these things we know can create powerful immune reactions. In particular, they're in wheat, and they can create these reactions in various other places throughout the body. It's not just the GI tract, but the gut, lymph nodes, kidneys, spleen, and here's one, the brain. Very important. So this is obviously a potential problem, and it goes to show you that gluten, there's more to it than just the reaction to, in wheat, just the reaction to gluten. And I mean, if I wanted to go even a step further, I would tell you that, gluten, it's not just the gluten protein in wheat, it's the pesticide residues that are sprayed all over it, like the glyphosate or the Roundup. It's the fact that it might get stored in a silo and there could be some degree of mold that it gets exposed to. And then if you process all that, you're eating something that may have that's high in gluten, which is the protein that can be inflammatory. ATIs now that we see that could create a problem. Pesticide residue, and even maybe a possible exposure with mold, and then it's refined into a fine powder that we could never do by hand, that you then eat, so you get this super concentrated dose of this stuff that's potentially very problematic for your health and any autoimmunity. So I hope that makes sense, guys. It's one of the reasons that if someone's just willing to, they just want to try one thing, just remove gluten from your diet and see how you feel. If you're not, some people, when you're to a certain point, guys, you just need to find out what's going on to the best of your ability. And that's what I help people do, is really dig and investigate drivers of the process. If you're tired of being tired and you want someone to help you lay out the pieces of the puzzle and try to put together a picture, that's what I try to help people do. But a lot of these videos and things are designed to help you try to help yourself, right? So this is another way. Some people are at a place where they don't feel like they're that bad, right? They don't feel like they're to a degree of severity where they need someone's help, but they're willing to try something. Well, this might be appropriate for you. And trying something that's gluten-free, it can be a very powerful way to improve your immune system and even, reactivity to some of these compounds in gluten. It will inflame chronic conditions. So we know that these ATIs in particular have been associated with things like inflaming immune-based conditions like Hashimoto's, multiple sclerosis, asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Okay, so there's lupus, several different things, inflammatory bowel diseases. These things, the research is ongoing to see what all they do and how they stimulate our immune system. But you're probably going to find that you're going to be diets low in ATIs. Guys, this gets back to really doing the basics right, and the right type of diet that's as natural as possible, that's as unprocessed as possible, that's as free of pesticides and herbicides and I think genetically modified foods. I think that's where you've got to go to have better health, and that's very foundational. So all these things I think are tearing our bodies apart and making us sick and poisoning us. Gluten reactions. The interesting thing is that these gluten reactions, they occur in the brain and elsewhere. The gut, they result, some of the symptoms, GI discomfort and dysfunction, headaches, joint pain, eczema, brain fog, and just a number of other problems that especially, you find that these reactions in the research, they're finding so many more problems like neurologically based issues that could be related to gluten. So I just want you guys to know that this is really important. You should have heard about gluten if you're researching how to help yourself. It's probably one of the first things you came across. It's one of the things that people want to give up the least. And I get it. Pizza, chewy pizza can be awesome, but there's a lot of alternatives to that. Guess what else is awesome? Your health, your brain health, your thyroid health, your vibrance, your ability to participate in family things, to have clear thoughts. Not to have brain fog. That's awesome. That's more awesome than chewing into that piece of pizza. It's not abstaining from eating the pizza or not eating it doesn't give you the same, immediate gratification that chewing that pizza and eating it does, right? You deal with the consequences later. But if you're serious about taking your health back, you have to consider things like this. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not willing to give up gluten, then I can't help you, because unless, what I do is I try to encourage people to do the thing. If you're not to a point where you're ready to investigate what's going on, then it's not. I'm not the right person for you to work with yet. Okay, because what I do is I help people survey what all's going on and put together specific plans based on those results, and then we formulate how to specifically and more specifically try to help you. If you're doing trial and error, you need to do that on your own, and my videos are designed to help teach you a lot of the important things that you can try on your own. Okay, you can go to thyroidprogram.com and opt to win our Hashimoto's transformation program, which is a fantastic place for you to consider starting. Really, it's a great place. That program has transformed so many people's lives, and we've worked to refine it over the years, and we continue to refine it. That's a great place to start if you're not ready for some one-on-one help to really be specific. But a lot of people waste time and money by just buying a lot of supplements and guessing at what they're doing. You have to be in the right place, but a lot of these things will help you guys. They'll help you. They may help you tremendously. I can't give you individual advice because I'm just trying to teach generalized concepts here. But in general, these types of things help people very significantly improve their autoimmune thyroid conditions. I've seen removing gluten. You would think that you did something miraculous to help someone, and other people it doesn't make any difference. And it's just, that's because your problems are as unique to you as your thumbprint, and that is a fact. No one is going to have the exact same driving mechanisms. They just don't. That's why it can be so hard to take these trial and error types of approaches, right? So I just want to let you guys know this is something new that we learned about gluten, and I hope this helps you guys to help better improve your quality of life, gives you more information so you're more empowered, because our mission is to become more empowered, to be our own advocates, so that we can be active participants in our healthcare and be better partners with our doctors, not adversaries with them, right? They're trying to learn too. They're trying to figure out how to best help you. And believe me, they're not fighting with you because it makes them happy, right? They're not arguing with you. And I'm not making excuses for poor bedside manners, but your doctors are under a lot of pressure, guys, a lot of pressure, and they're trying to help you. If you guys think that you need help and you're interested in maybe like one-on-one, I work with maybe one person per week that's new. I'm just going to tell you, I'm constantly trying to figure out how to help you guys in mass and teach you. We have lot of stuff that we're working on in how can we help the masses of people. But I do work with select few people, maybe one person new per week. And if you're interested in that, you can go to drbradshuk.com and you can learn about, you can click on the Application for Care tab and you can learn about possibly working with me as a distance consulting client one-on-one. And that's something that I do, but I'm doing less and less of that because it's very time consuming and you have to be motivated. You have to be ready to get testing done because I've got there's so many things that I'm trying to do to help people, and I've got a family that I can't be spread thin, so I need people that are really committed to figuring out what's going on. And if you're not there, it's okay. Don't feel bad. There's a lot of stuff that you can try to do on your own. But, if you're interested in working with me, then you're going to have to get, testing done so that we can try to figure out what's best for you. There's no time to waste. And there's so many people that are contacting us for help. I'm trying to help as many people as I can, and this is the way I can do it best, is to help the masses. The one-on-one people individually, we've got to dig, and I'm going to help you dig, right, and try to figure out the best strategy for your unique problems. But I hope this helps you guys out, and remember, my mission is to change one person at a time so that we can improve one family, and then that family has an impact on their community, and then ultimately that community impacts the world. So that's my mission, and so that's our goal, is to help you guys as much as we can so you can become more educated. So help me help other people, guys. Please share this information, because how many people know about this, ATIs? I mean, no one. Very, very few people. They don't understand why this gluten-free thing is so, why they see it everywhere and why it's being advertised everywhere, and for that matter, why it matters. They don't understand that it can affect and be connected with brain dysfunction and issues neurologically, and that it might be contributing to their eczema or their headaches. They don't realize that. And you can help someone and change their life by just sharing this message. So help us help other people. Let's change the world together, okay? I appreciate you guys so much. I hope this helps you out, and I'll try to figure out something new to teach you guys tomorrow, okay? So I appreciate you so much. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks. Hey guys, Dr. Shook, thank you for viewing our videos. I hope they help you out. If you want to, just subscribe to our channel somewhere here. You can watch a video that YouTube's actually selected for you, so hopefully it'll help you out. If you need any other information or resources, just look in the description. We've got links to our website, to our 9 lab test guidebook, and everything else that we do. I really appreciate you, and I hope you guys have a great